One thing I hate most is when I, came across artists or producers that are recording vocals and, putting them out, and they are sounding very, very cracky and very, very poor in quality. It annoys me. And there is just a way you can get a nice sounding professional vocal in less than 5 minutes. So I don't know why. Like maybe they don't know. So my purpose of making this video is to make sure if you're watching this, you can use this method to achieve a great sounding vocal in less than 5 minutes. Very easy, quick and easy, nothing complex. You don't need to have any advanced knowledge about mixing and mastering. And this is the purpose of this channel. We simplify music making. Mind you, this method can be applied to any DAW. So if you are using FL Studio, Pro Tools, Logic, any DAW Studio One, you can use this method. It's very simple and straightforward. Now, first of all, let's listen to the vocal, how they sound, and then I will break it down on why they are sounding like this. And to be honest with you, I have not mixed this song. This is just how we recorded the song. So this is how the vocals sound without even mixing. This is just the vocal chain that I'm using while recording. So I don't know, I might share this vocal chain with you people, but for now, just listen.
This life is beautiful. This life is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This life is beautiful. This life is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
This life is not for the weak. Don't mind what the preachers preach. Sometimes it's bittersweet. At times it's tough and strict. Why don't you look at it? Start when it look like shit. Mine is a bunch of skits. Sometimes I'm really scared.
Sometimes I puzzle, there's nowhere to go. My mama asked me to please take this slow. You gonna reap all the things.
All right, so you can hear the vocals are sounding nice. Bonus tips: when you're recording a song, one of the most important things you should take notice: make sure your vocals are sounding the way you want them to sound at the end of the song, because there is no magic. If the vocals are not sounding right on the first stage of recording, how are you sure that you are going to achieve great vocals? So this method I want to show you is just a way that you make sure that you are sure of the vocal you are recording. Even before you record a song, you are sure that these are the kind of vocal you need for this song, and it is sounding halfway to the vocal you are trying to achieve. These vocals, when I'm mixing it, I won't mix it any crazy because they are sounding solid. If you can testify, they are sounding very nice, so I don't need to mix anything crazy. The first thing I did here was just to add my auto-tune as regular. I always add the auto-tune, which I advise you do all the time on your mix. I set the key to the key of the song, and then everything is the same way you set up your auto-tune. If you are using other kinds of pitch correction, it's the same way you set your retune speed, your strength, pitch correction, your key, and everything. You set it up. I set the key of the vocal to the song, and that's all. The rest, I send all the vocals to a group track, which I have created a group one. The first thing I did after grouping the vocals was to have an S1 on the chain. An S1 does take off the noise in the vocal and make sure the vocals are neat. So let me bypass everything here. Let me bypass everything so you can hear how the vocals sound without any effect. Let me bypass the auto tune as well. Everything. So just listen.
Beautiful. This life is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This life is beautiful. This life is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
This life is not for the weak. Don't mind what the preachers preach. Sometimes it's bittersweet. At times it's tough and strict. Why don't you look at it? Start when it look like shit. Mine is a bunch of skits. Sometimes I'm really scared.
Sometimes I puzzle, there's nowhere to go.
All right, these are the vocals, how they sound raw. So you can see the work that is going on. Very, very easy but effective. So I put NS1.
This life is beautiful. This life is beautiful. Beautiful.
If you notice with the NS1, the vocals sound very, very in your face. And then the main thing I did here was this guy, CLA vocals, very, very important plugin. It's like one of the best vocal mixing plugin of all time. If you don't know about this plugin, do check it out. Very, very good plugin. A plugin by Waves Audio. So this is CLA vocal. What I did was to just slap this on the chain, and then I use a vocal preset called Moody, and I adjust the reverb, the delay, and the widener to my taste, and then they sound like this with it.
Life is beautiful. This life is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This life is beautiful.
So you're sounding sweet. The main thing is that when you are recording your vocal, the first thing in your head is to make sure your vocals are sounding right on the mix, the way you want them to be at the end. So the mixing process is just to enhance everything. It's not to change everything, you get. Then the third thing here is EQ, Nectar 4 EQ. I add a preset called body and add body, then I adjust some frequency to my taste. I'm not doing anything crazy. Mind you, this channel is to simplify vocal mixing and achieving great vocals with no stress. So it's not anything calculation, no too much science here. It's just straightforward way to get your vocal clean. Then this fourth thing I did here was to add my compressor. I always like this compressor, so let's listen with the EQ first. Sorry, let me bypass the compressor.
This life is beautiful. This life is beautiful. Beautiful.
Let's listen to this part.
It's not for the weak, don't mind what the preachers preach.
So if you notice, the vocals are loud, a little bit jumping because the compressor is aggressive on the CLA vocals. So I added my own compressor to still tame the vocals. So what I did here was just minus 15 dB threshold and minus 1.8 and gain of 3 dB, attack 6, then release 160, just simple setting. Then it sounds like this.
Beautiful.
With the compressor.
This life is beautiful.
This life is not for the weak, don't mind what the preachers preach. Sometimes it's bittersweet, at times it's tough and strict. Why don't you look at it?
And don't forget your de-esser. So the next thing, I added the de-esser to control the S's. This is de-esser by Wave. So I just add it on full reset, and then I reduce it to like minus 25 dB, and the vocal sounds like this.
This life is beautiful. This life is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This life is beautiful. This life is beautiful.
Very sweet and easy, nothing crazy. Check all the settings I'm using. It's very easy. There is no too much crazy stuff going on here. And then this last thing I added on the chain was C4. I used to talk about multiband compressor. I used to use the C6, but now I'm using the C4 because I'm not doing anything crazy. I just want to prove to you that you could get a very nice professional sounding vocals without overthinking it. And this is how you should approach it anytime you are mixing or you are recording. Very, very important in your recording stage. You put these stuffs before you even record. So when you're recording, you're already doing a lot of work to make your vocal sound good. So you don't need to do anything. So on the C4, what I did was to add a preset called vocal. I didn't adjust anything because I'm not mixing this song yet. But you can testify these vocals are sounding good, and I know most people will be like, oh, these vocals are nice, let's just put this song out. But no, there are lots more we can also do to make it sound more better. So I added the C4 and it sounds like this.
Life is beautiful. This life is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
This life is not for the weak, don't mind what At times it's tough and strict.
If you are paying attention, the C4 is compressing some of those frequencies that are harsh to your hearing. It's taking down a lot of harshness and making sure the vocals are very smooth and nice in your face. If you understand, let me bypass and you listen again.
This life is not for the weak. Don't mind what the preachers preach. Sometimes it's bittersweet. At times it's tough and strict. Why don't you look at it?
So with the C4,
This life is not for the weak. Don't mind what the preachers preach. Sometimes it's bittersweet. At times it's tough and strict. Why don't you look at it?
you could tell when he say, why don't you look at it? It is really controlling the harshness of that. Why? Because it's kind of high on the pitch. So the C4 is controlling all those harshness on the vocal and making sure everything is smooth and nice. And that is pretty much everything. The next thing I added while we are recording this vocal is Valhalla, just to give it a little bit life. I added Valhalla, so I send a little bit of Valhalla to the female vocal here, about minus 14 dB. I added also Valhalla to the female vocal, the ad libs, and the male vocal have not added anything, and this is how everything sound at the end. So let's listen from this part.
This life is beautiful. This life is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This life is beautiful. This life is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
This life is not for the weak. Don't mind what the preachers preach. Sometimes it's bittersweet. At times it's tough and strict. Why don't you look at it? Stop already look like shit. Mine is a bunch of skits. Sometimes I'm really scared.
Sometimes I puzzle, there's nowhere to go. My mama asked me to please take this slow. You're gonna reap all the things that you sow. Oh no.
Oh, don't go, my brother.
Alright, that's it for this video. If you like this video, please do subscribe, like, comment, and share, and stay tuned for more of this kind of stuff. And mind you, the purpose of this channel is to simplify vocal recording and mixing for upcoming producers and engineers, to make sure everybody have the knowledge to be able to create good music in their home studios or wherever they make music. So that's it for this video. Peace out.